Ma Long, the dragon, the captain, the dictator. He's currently world rank number 11. And well, after battling some serious injuries, he showed that he could come back and win a platinum event at the Qatar Open. His opponent, Aleksandar King Kata, is known for his backhand and his touch play. Not so much his movement. You'll see less of that from his side. But when he hits the ball, there's a whole lot of movement on that ball. From the US Open back over a decade ago, I was able to see Karakosevic hit a winner from under the table about 15 feet behind against Wilson Jong, who had beaten some of the top in the world. So now they'll do the coin toss. Karakosevic and I have the same shoes, except his have no paint on them. So the coin toss has been determined. We will see a lot of emotion expressed from Karakosevic. He has his game face on as always. And that's actually despite the fact that he can make the ball hook and curve from his chop blocks and his amazing feeling in backhands. His expression and his expression of emotion on the court makes it quite fun to watch as well. Now, Ma Long is one of two players here who is heavily favored to win this tournament. The other one will be playing the match after this. And Qin Zhijian in the corner, the personal coach for Ma Long, has been here. And then we have the coach in the corner for the Serbian side, for Karakosevic. So I'll tell you a little bit more about both of them, but if you're newer to table tennis, Ma Long is arguably the greatest player that table tennis has known in the modern era. He's been so dominant. He held down the world #1 spot for 34 months straight, had 4.5 years without losing a single match to a foreigner. I think Zhuang Zhiyuan in 2012 was his last loss to a foreigner, and then 2017, Ma Long fan club, if I'm wrong, I'll look this up. I'm sure I'll get a WeChat message. But Jung Sang-un of Korea, who was world number 100 right around the time of that win. But that's all you have to do to become famous in table tennis, is beat this player right here, Ma Long, the young father at 30 years old, one of the senior-most members of the Chinese national team, someone we expect to see in Tokyo 2020 with Fan Zhendong in the singles. Of course, decisions haven't been made, but it would seem shocking if it were anyone else. Now, the level of injury that Ma Long faced was quite serious. I had a chance to chat with Xu Xin in Hungary, the Hungarian Open, and he was practicing his English with me and basically said it's pretty bad right now. Tough to cover your face, and you've got a camera in one hand. Ma Long fan club, the captain. So as he tucks in his shirt, this will be the first televised match of Ma Long here at the big tournament. Now, I mentioned that the draw was 50-50, that Ma Long and Fan Zhendong would find each other in the same half of the draw. And it turns out that they did. 43 years old, Karakosevic, versus the 30-year-old Ma Long, world rank number 144. So he's dipped a bit, but you can see some of his credits there. 3 times Balkan champion. Quite interesting to see Olympic Games round of 32 in 2004, one of the 3 years that China did not win the gold medal in men's singles. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Well, now what? 1 minute of the 2-minute warm-up, gone to searching for the ball. What do we do? I guess there's no solution. Another ball. Nice. Just a question of time. So Ma Long, known for his forehand and being the most agile player in the game. He's so versatile, as fast and physically fit as he is. He's also incredibly clever. Being the 11th seed at world rank number 11 means that all the big players are here. 4-time World Tour Grand Finals champion, back-to-back world champion, the standing defending world champion in men's singles. Suzhou in 2015, Dusseldorf in 2017. Will it happen here this year? We will see. Aleksandar Zarianov from Russia, the officiating from the high chair. So Ma Long with his speed, his backhand, while it's not maybe as showy as Karakosevic is, it's still very consistent. Gregor Mezek from Slovenia. The other side, oops. I'm going to go Slovakia. Apologies to that region. Love you both and your players. From Bojan Tokic over to Lubo Piste and Bashka. So the Chinese socks and the shoe tied tight. For full support, we expect a lot of fast footwork here from the Chinese player. It's weird to refer to Ma Long as that. He's his own universe in the table tennis world. Get ready for some exciting serves. The backhands from King Kata. Here we go. There it is, a spinny backhand to start. Now, a fun fact about Karakosevic, he's never in his history, 43 years of being alive, lost a match to Ma Long. Undefeated, because they've never played before. The surprise factor is high right now, all over the table with those backhands. Quick off the bounce as well. Taking advantage of both of his serves and the rock as he does on the receive. Now, from time to time, we will see passive play and touch play out of Karakosevic. Ma Long definitely has his, I'd say, choices for how to win this match. Oh, that's what the chop block is all about. So low and so loaded with spin. We'll have a chance to see from this angle. Heavy topspin, and Ma Long turns the racket completely sideways.
3-2.
So not a bad start here for Karakosevic.
Left.
Good length on the serve.
2-4.
Deception as well on the serve. Again, tough to read. Ma Long has one of the toughest serves to read in the game. Had a chance to chat with some of the pros yesterday over lunch about playing Ma Long and how difficult his serves are. Even other professionals say, I don't know if I could return one of his serves. It's exciting to watch, it really is. Karakosevic from behind the table able to stay in the rally, not just stay in the rally, but be a threat throughout. Playing with the fearless backhand, you can see some hesitation in Ma Long in his footwork. He's not quite sure where the ball's gonna go, and no one else plays like Karakosevic.
4-4.
Karakosevic is one of very few players that I've seen step around to play backhands against chops. I talked about the expertise of Ma Long, the fact that in general he can find so many different ways to handle a player. One of the best records, probably the best record, against Fan Zhendong, despite losing at the Asian Cup not too long ago in a best-of-7, a spectacular match. That just adds to the conversation of what will be if they meet in the semifinals here, Fan Zhendong and Ma Long. Good spin here, a little kick on it to the short side of the table. That jump at the last moment, it's that wrist action. And from under the table, it's tougher for Ma Long to see. This is what the snakes are all about. Second towel break, and Ma Long has taken control. And you had to wonder, how long could it last? And how long can it last? It's still a best-of-7 match. Can Karakosevic take control with the touch shots? The variation in his spin and placement.
9-5.
Now, one thing you will not see a lot of here, if Karakosevic has anything to say about it, and he does, is you will not see a lot of long rallies. The longer the rally goes, the more it favors the stronger player. Karakosevic knows this and knows it well. There's that backhand again, the soft flick from the forehand side and the quick backhand off the bounce. Against Ma Long, he doesn't have many chances in the rally. the longer the rally gets, as mentioned. So he's going to have to be crafty with that wrist and misleading, as he was. Now, against many players, Karakosevic can win from way behind the table. European style, you can see him backing off to deal with the pressure for Ma Long, but it's 4 game points for the dictator. Taken at the first opportunity, Ma Long wins 11-6 in game number 1. We'll see what sort of spectacular play we get in creative shots from Karakosevic, but Ma Long on his way. We'll be back for game 2 coming up right after this. Players back for game number 2. Karakosevic started with the serve in game 1, so he'll be on the receive here. It's interesting, Ma Long, I talked about how difficult his serve is to read. It's not the most iconic serve in the game. And in terms of read right now, Karakosevic reading it perfectly. He's seen a lot of serves. He played a good portion of his career through the era where you could leave out the free arm. The ball could disappear for a moment, falling behind the toss hand's arm. Probably recall Waldner acing so many players with that serve down the line. Ma Long, one of the few others who's had his share of aces throughout the years. Just don't see too many aces in table tennis. So here's another tactic. Playing it short when Ma Long expects the quick open rally. That one sits up a little high. Karakosevic knows, has to pick a side there, much like a penalty kick in this moment. Fast long serve, well placed. As a righty playing to a lefty, this can be a very effective serve deep to the backhand. Although it's flirting with disaster in terms of the risk factor on the backhand side from Kara.
2-4.
That's what the half-long serve is all about here, right at the back edge of the table. A second bounce. At Karakosevic waiting. So Ma Long shutting down the point quickly here. Right off the bounce for the push, comes in. Not an easy ball. Karakosevic's push. Ma Long made it look simple, but you could see how far out in that replay Ma Long had to play it from over the table.
Let 6-2.
That feeling, he's got the touch over the table. And he doesn't show where he's going either. There's very little telegraphing from Karakosevic. Can't even tell that he's going to use his forehand until the last moment. Helps to make him effective on the receive. And throughout the rally, a backhand that keeps Ma Long guessing, where's it going to go? I mean, Karakosevic has a lot of respect. A long career at 43 years old. To play shots at any point. He's done it with some consistency throughout this match so far. To be effective against Ma Long, that's a pretty high compliment. But the opening forehand to Ma Long, dangerous. Serve just drifting a little long here. With the second towel break, game a little bit more favoring Ma Long than in game one. They were at 5-7 in game one.
Let 8-4.
Just goes to show you how important it is, even against Karakasovic for Ma Long right now, that his serves are very tight.
9-4.
Good expression here from Karakasovic.
4-10.
So 6 game points for Ma Long. The inside-out forehand doesn't bother Ma Long from that far behind the table. 11-4, Ma Long dictating as he does. Goes up 2-0. We'll be back for game 3 of King Kata versus the Dictator right after this. Players back for game number 3. Ma Long fan club in the crowd for sure. One of the biggest fan clubs in the game right now. A little bit of hesitation on that forehand. Costs Ma Long a little time. Karakasovic gets a ball that he can deal with to counter. Very impressive third ball attack. And quick off the bounce. Karakasovic trying to play very quick. How little time he's playing between his serves. I mean, he came back to the table. It was almost like it was a practice match.
1-2.
And maybe that's what he wants. I mean, real in Karakasovic's corner, the best chance you've got is making Ma Long uncomfortable. Karakasovic's game can do that.
2-all.
And we've seen that on a few occasions, although last game less than the first.
Left. 2-all.
How slowly Ma Long walks to get the ball. Karakasovic right back into the serve. Chop block sits high and the backhand swat. Not many can do that so comfortably. Heavy spin. God, I love that backhand. It came out to play again, but Ma Long with the racket high, counters quickly. So a solid start for King Kata. So interesting to me to see this battle of generations.
4-3.
Many have asked what would happen if Ma Long at his peak played Jan-Ove Waldner at his peak. The world will never know. But generationally speaking, this isn't too far off.
3-5.
Karakasovic clearly not at his peak. Still playing quite well. Spraying the backhands all around the table again. Keeping it unpredictable, using his serve wisely.
Left. 4-5.
He wants to serve so quickly, you can see it.
6-4.
And fair enough for Ma Long. I think that's actually not only his right, but in some sense his responsibility to say, no, I don't have to be back at the table and ready that quickly. I'm going to play at my pace. And as long as it's not stalling, that's fine. Shallow spinny shot. Karakosevic shaking his head no. Maybe not happy with the shot here. Something else about that last point that wasn't satisfactory for him, but still he got the point. Good touch in the receive game, keeps it very short. So back to the same towel break score of game number 1. His game is so different than others today, Karakosevic. The balance, you can see him backing off the table a little bit. Fortunately for Karakosevic, he has an incredible backhand.
5-7.
As players tend to age, they can't afford to run around the corner for the forehand shot. And no need from Karakosevic. One forehand, stays on top of the bounce for the follow-up and plays the wide angle. Look at that, so fluid. Adding a little bit of side spin to it. And his grip is quite unusual on that backhand. Loaded with spin here. Ma Long getting a ball that flies back. So the Ma Long fan club, no need for chanting and cheering yet, quietly showing their support. He wanted the around the net shot. You could see it. The ball wasn't quite wide enough to make it comfortable. Karakosevic tested on the wide forehand side.
Six, 10.
Well, the ball comes off the table, still a very uncomfortable receive.
Left. 6-10.
Forehand flip kill does it. Just enough pressure and the placement is right. Ma Long goes up 3-0. We'll see if we get any sort of exhibition points or anything that could make the highlights or go viral on the internet. It'll be up to Karakosevic. Game number 4 coming up right after this.
Fourth game, Ma to serve. Level.
Back for game number 4. Dictator here to start with the serve. Blocking. I love it. A few in a row here. Hangs in there for a bit. I was curious when we were going to see something else. He's got a lot of feeling, but Ma Long with time has the backhand to put it away.
Left. 1 love. Love 2.
Waiting patiently for the ball to come off the table. Still not enough room to go around the net. Not with any comfort.
Love 3.
Oh, so close.
4 love.
Outstanding effort here. Some quality shots from Karakosevic. Back in 2006, Karakosevic was world ranked number 32. The world rankings only go back to 2001, though.
5 love.
Not a point dropped yet from Ma Long. It feels a little exhibition-y, but I think it would have to get closer to 10 points for Ma Long before that starts happening.
Love 6.
First towel break, and no points for Karakosevic to wipe off.
Love 7.
Well, that probably didn't make the difference of the outcome of the match, but some good blocking, a few shots in a row there. 8 love. Give us something to talk about. Let's see it. Ma Long was uncomfortable in game 1, but as comfortable as can be right now.
9 love.
Mercy points aren't exciting, exhibition points. Wasn't exactly a mercy point. If so, it was very well disguised, but the flick goes long. Karakosevic down by 8.
2 9.
Interesting. Again, it doesn't seem like it would change the outcome of the match, but it's always cool to see a legend playing against maybe the greatest of all time near his prime. And now it is 8 game and match points for Ma Long.
Ten 3.
On top of the table, Karakosevic saves one. Okay, not bad, says Qin Zhijian. So 1 match point saved. That is it.
3.
Ma Long takes it 4 games to 0 over Aleksandar Karakosevic. A few spectacular points, a valiant effort from the 43-year-old, the very seasoned veteran backhand player Karakosevic, but he has been eliminated from the tournament in the round of 128 by one of 2 players who's expected to take the title here, and the player who is the defending world champion, Ma Long. Stick around, we've got some words from the dictator live on court coming up right after this.
So congratulations on this victory. It seems you didn't give your opponent too much time in the match. How would you describe your performance?
恭喜你取胜，在比赛中你也没有给对手太多的时间，你如何评价你第一场比赛？
我觉得第一场比赛还是比较正常嘛，然后能打成这样也比想象中要好，因为第一场对于这个对手我之前没有打过，然后也是这种很久没有在世界比赛这种场合上，因为毕竟每年一次嘛，这种大赛这种气氛上还是让人很紧张，但能打成这样，我觉得比想象中要好。
So I think I played better than I expected because I haven't played for quite a while, and I have never met him before in the championship. So the champion is like once a year, and I felt a little bit nervous, but I feel better that because I'm getting more confidence, and I'm glad that I won.
Well, there you have it from Ma Long. Nervous in the beginning, but found his comfort as the match continued and was quite dominant there in the end. Enjoy the highlights and stick around. We've got Fan Zhendong coming up versus Frane Kojic of Croatia. Stay right here. More matches to come.
Game to Ma. (11-6). Game to Ma. (4 love). 11-3. Game and match to Ma. Ma wins 4-0.